Hello crafters, happy Sunday. My name is Tiffany Almeida. I'm with Pretty in Paper Crafts and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I go live every Sunday for coffee and a card because Sunday mornings are not the same without coffee in your hand. And I show you some fun projects using Stampin' Up! Product. All right, so this is these are the Ornate Suite stamp sets and dies. So the suite comes with 2 different stamp sets and 2 different sets of dies. So there's the Ornate Style Bundle, which is the flower stamps and these beautiful border dies, okay? And then the Ornate Thanks is all these awesome thank you sentiments, which I love, which are great for right now, thinking of our first responders and all the thank you cards we're sending out. And then these beautiful border dies, just gorgeous dies that we're gonna use. So I love this suite. It also comes with designer series paper, it comes with gems, and it comes with ribbon. So there's lots of cool things to see. So I went ahead and I was making my make and takes for Sunday, and I also designed a class using them. So I have a class, it's $32 for the kit. It comes with everything to make this adorable little box here, or folder, whatever you want to call it, that stores 8 envelopes and 8 cards. It has a little pocket for stamps, so this can be given as a cute gift. It comes with 2 each of 4 designs, so I have designed 4 projects using the Ornate Bundle, and then, or the Ornate Suite. So it'll come with 4 designs, 2 of each, so 8 cards total, 8 envelopes, everything to make this adorable folder here. And then it'll also come with half a stack of designer series paper, a package of the gilded gems, and a package of the ribbon combo pack. So the ribbon combo pack, there's a old olive and terracotta tile ribbon. They're beautiful ribbon. They're very sheer and easy to use. We have the gilded gems, which look like this, gilded gems, and then half a stack of the beautiful designer series paper. Now, I did not use the designer series paper in my projects for today. I'm saving that for the class, but there's some beautiful gold, and I think there's silver inlays in this paper as well. So you can see the gold here, how shiny and pretty that is, and then there's patterns on the other side. So there's lots of fun things that you can color. Sorry. These are all my scraps. Of course, look at that, how pretty that is. I wanted to show you, look at this gold paper that you can color. I've seen lots of people color the pretty flowers. So that's fun. Another one that you can color here. But I love the colorful daisies on the other side. How pretty is that? So lots of fun things, lots of beautiful paper. So you'll get half a stack of that as well in your kit. Now there is an option for the PDF tutorial only, if you want that. And there is an option for my team. So there's a team price of $15 if you want the projects, but you would need to have all of your own supplies. So your own DSP, your own ribbon. And then there is a price if you need to add, because you'll need both of these stamp sets in the projects. So there is a price to add these 2 stamp sets and get the ribbon for free. So go check that out. The link is on my project sheet. Alrighty, you guys ready to get started here? I am using what is called a bleach technique today. And for these 3 projects that I made, I bleached in different ways. So for example, on this card here, I embossed with the shimmery black emboss powder onto gorgeous grape cardstock. And then I bleached with an aqua pen and bleach onto that cardstock to remove the pigment from the cardstock. So this is what we got. This is the result we got, which is kind of a fainted tinted blue color. Okay. And then this one, which is probably my favorite, I used those Ornate Thanks dies to cut this really pretty border here on the side. Look how gorgeous that is. And then I took cardstock that I colored and embossed, and I used the bleach pen to get the white color in the daisies. So I'll show you that one. This one's probably my favorite. And then this one is another one where I used the Pacific Point I embossed in silver emboss powder, and then I removed the color with the bleach pen, but then I went back and I colored some of the flowers in with a stamp and blend to kind of add different colors. So just a super fun way to use bleach in your projects, but also using those gorgeous dies and stamp sets from the Ornate Suite, the Ornate Garden Suite. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll start. I love this bleach technique. Okay, so the next card is the Z-fold card. So this one I really, really like. I wanted to try a darker color. So this is Gorgeous Grape, and I'm using those Ornate style dies. I love these frames. It's so cool. And this is a fancy fold. This is a Z-fold. So I just took 2 of those Whisper White pieces with the pretty border, and I cut one in half so that it could fit on these 2 shorter panels. And then I cut a smaller, border here to be the fold part to cover my message inside. So I'm going to show you how I did this. So I've got a piece of Gorgeous Grape cardstock. It's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. See, Tammy, I knew you'd like it because it's purple. I was thinking of you. All right. I went ahead and cut this pretty border. Now these borders are the Ornate borders. So this one is that largest border, and it just cuts out this really pretty decorative piece. So I cut 2 of those. And then this second largest border is this one that I cut out of purple, out of Gorgeous Grape. That's pretty much all you need. And then you just need a scrap of white paper for the sentiment. Okay, so for this, I'm gonna cut this in half. And what I determined, let's see, I can't even remember what half was anymore. So this measures, gotta turn it this way. I don't know how people can use their trimmers up like this, but anyways, this measures 5 3/8. So 2 3/4 is 5 1/2. So 2 1/2 is 5. 2 3/4 is 5 1/2. And so I did 2 7/8. Okay, and they might not be exactly even, but we can always trim it down if we need to. I might put this one on, no, this one, it still needs to be trimmed down a little bit. So this one's pretty good. This one's still a little bit too big, so let's cut about 1/8 of an inch off here. And then they should fit pretty well. My math was probably wrong, but we're gonna do it like that and call it good. Okay. So let's go ahead and do the bleaching on this Gorgeous Grape piece. And I used the black shimmery embossing powder because I wanted a pretty black border so that we can still see the flowers. We can still see it really well. And I liked the shimmer that it added, that black shimmery detail. So we're gonna emboss it. We're gonna ink it up with Versamark real quick. And it is gonna go over just slightly, and that's okay. We just want the majority of it on our label. Okay, so there we have our image. Thank you for sharing, Susan. Thank you for sharing, Sonia. Okay, so get our black shimmer embossing powder in our little tray. And we're going to pour this over. I also noticed, and one thing you'll want to keep in mind if you use the black shimmer embossing powder, is that it takes a little bit longer to dry with the heat tool than normal embossing powder. I don't know if that's because of the glitter or what it is about it, but that is a fact. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and heat set this real quick. Now, aren't these frames just absolutely gorgeous? And they're really, really easy to cut out of the Big Shot. They just come right out, which is really nice. And sometimes what I'll do, it's actually better if you can run the frame in diagonally. But sometimes what I'll do is I'll run it through, you know, horizontal, then I'll turn it vertical and run it through again. And it just cuts out really, really nice. I mean, no effort at all to get those little pieces out. All right, so now we're gonna use our bleach again, and we're just going to do the same thing that we did last time, which is just passing the bleach around the petals, trying to stay in the lines. And you can see it's automatically just turning that cardstock pigment into kind of a light blue. And I'm not putting any pressure or squeezing out any, oops, I got the leaf, or squeezing out any amounts of water onto my brush, because the more water you add, the harder it is to control. And this, not water, but bleach in this instance, but it does a good job of staying pretty wet by itself. So just, I would advise not to squeeze on the brush unless you absolutely have to. And when you do, squeeze very slowly, because this bleach just comes out and can get everywhere and make a big mess quickly. So I am just painting the leaves of the flowers, or the petals of the flowers, I should say, and just trying to keep the bleach contained within where I want it. Some places you can tell I did not succeed. And I think even if you go slow, it's just really hard to see where you've been. And sometimes that ink just kind of, or that bleach just kind of runs. So just coloring the flowers. Look how cool that is. I just love how that looks. And we can heat set it again to kind of activate. I'm gonna bring this close so you guys can see how cool this is. Isn't that fun? Love that. So now all we have to do is put our pieces together and stamp. So for the sentiment, I used Thanks, and I used Gorgeous Grape ink. And so I just have a strip of cardstock, Whisper White cardstock here, and I'm just going to stamp Thanks. Isn't this technique fun? Kim was on the virtual Zoom meeting with me yesterday. This is totally crooked, I can tell already. I'm gonna try again. And she saw me playing with this technique. Oh, crooked, crooked, crooked. All right, it's kind of hard to see with this one on top. So we'll take that off for a minute. And excuse my head if it's in the way. Oh, much better. I was off a little bit there, but I don't care. It's my best attempt. Okay. Oh, you did, Stacy? So wait, great minds think alike, huh? All right, so I'm gonna trim this down real quick just so that it's too... All I want is just the sentiment. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this card together. Super simple card. Let's go ahead, before I do that though, I want to stamp, it says thanks for all you do, and then a little flower. So I want to do that real quick. So for all you do is right here. And I should probably clean and remove the thanks. Now for the yellow one, you guys, I used a little bit different technique. So stick around for that one because it's a little bit different and you're gonna like it. And I think that it's probably my favorite of the three because it's just, the white just pops through and it's just really pretty. So this is the little flower in the Ornate style stamp set. So you'll see that little flower there. So I'm just going to stamp it right here above the words. And you can color that. You could go back in and color. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this down on top of our Z fold. So what you do is you'll just put this border here, like so. Then we'll take 1/2 of the other one that we cut and put it almost up to the line. And then we have this one. That we'll put right up to the line. Okay, so like this. Should be able to fold without any interference. And then we have our piece that's gonna go right here. And what I like to do is just look at it. I wanna center it really well. So I'm only gonna put adhesive on 1/2 of it. Okay, and just center that back up. So pretty. And then put our thanks on. And I just put that here towards the bottom. And then you have this really cute Z fold. How fun is that? So this is another way, another kind of different look to that bleaching technique. Here are our 3 projects that we did today using this awesome suite. I hope you guys are in love with this suite. I hope you'll sign up for my Ornate Garden Suite class. It's a great package to give as a gift. My mom's always asking me for thank you cards and different cards that are already made for her. This is a fun box to deliver them to. Don't forget about the Tulip, Timeless Tulip Creativity Box Kit. Our first stamp kit. We're really excited for that. It's a to-go class or to-go club. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for crafting along with me today. Have a fabulous, safe week indoors, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.